Good afternoon. We are live at the Tall Ships Festival. As you can see behind me, we have the world's largest rubber ducky. It is said to be 40 feet tall. What did you think about the rubber ducky?
It was awesome. I loved it. And it was just so awesome.
And what do you think about the rubber ducky?
I love it too.
We are here with,
Nola Milner.
and she is experiencing the rubber ducky right in front of her. How do you feel having this amazing object in front of you?
It is amazing, as you say. I have been stalking the duck actually since I first heard about it in Hong Kong. I have an uncle whose family lives in Taipei, and they took pictures of it when it was there, and I've just followed it around the world, and now I'm just so thrilled that it's here.
Well, I have like one of the best jobs in the world because what I do is I'm a schooner captain, usually on the Great Lakes, and I'm also a maritime performer. So I sing songs of the sea, and I also do storytelling and programs at museums and concerts and festivals. And I've worked with one of the people putting on this show back in the Great Lakes, so they asked me to come out here and do music all weekend and also host the incredible Parade of Sail that we just saw. It was just beautiful. I don't know much about this particular festival getting started. I do know that tall ships, of course, have been part of California, since people started sailing larger vessels. And it has Los Angeles and all the way up to San Francisco and all up and down the coast have an immense history of these kind of tall ships. And the thing that's really interesting about the ships is that they are basically the same as they were 150 years ago. So when you go on board one of these ships, and many people are doing that this weekend, they're able to sell out charters and have a lot of, literally thousands of people going out sailing right here this weekend. So when those people are hoisting up the sails or raising the anchor or whatever they're doing it exactly the way they did 150 years ago. Now they might have engines that would take them outside the channel here, but basically this experience is just as inspiring and just as accurate as it was 100 years ago. I've been aboard several of them, especially last night. I was on board the Free to Be, and I knew some of the crew from other ships, actually, in the Great Lakes, and had some wonderful time with, whoops. Oh, that's us. We're being hailed aboard the Iowa right now, the USS Iowa. But it was an excellent time, and one of the things about the tall ship sailors here is that many of them are artists, many of them are poets, many of them are writers, they're engineers, they're scientists, and they're also drawn together by these kind of ships. I've been on these ships in Europe, all around the United States, in Canada, in New Zealand, and in the Pacific. And the thing is, it's a worldwide maritime community. So when I walked on board the Free to Be last night down there, it was very much the same experience that I had in New Zealand, on the other side of the world. And you walk aboard one of these ships and you say, oh, hey, I used to sail on a schooner in California. And they'll say, oh, which one? And all of a sudden you have a bond that is very, very, very tight. It's a worldwide community. It's an amazing thing. But I think the one that probably speaks to most people here in Los Angeles are Irving and Exie Johnson. Those two ships are named after two of the founders of this whole concept of sail training on board traditional vessels. And Irving and Exie are very, very close to the heart of Los Angeles. I had heard of the duck because I had been in the Netherlands, and Florentine Hoffman was the creator of that. And it's interesting because there was just a crew from Asia doing the same sort of shoot, and they had seen the duck in Shanghai and in Taiwan. And I think there's something about iconic images. And it's one of those things, it's almost like pop art, where's that difference between just a special event and art? And I think any image that can pull those kind of feelings out of everyone around the world, it's special. It's commercial, it's grand, but at the same time, if you have something that really appeals to people, different cultures, different languages, different traditions. If you can elicit that kind of experience worldwide, there's something kind of deep going on there. It's a very, very interesting project. Well, I suggest that you and whoever sees this should get aboard a ship and give it a try.
This has truly been a place where everyone comes and gathers. We were speaking to a couple of people earlier today, and they said that they're very excited to see the Rubber Ducky here just because it brings a lot of happiness, a lot of cheer, joy to San Pedro, to California. Right now, we are in front of the Irving Johnson sail ship. Hi, we're here live with one of the crew members of the Irving Johnson ship. Could you please tell us what the ship does or history or anything about it?
Yeah, this is one of two twin ships, and they were built here in Los Angeles, and they are for educational purposes. We take out school children, kindergarten through 12th grade, and sometimes college kids as well. And it's really just about getting them out of the classroom, taking them out into the ocean, putting lines in their hands, and showing them that there is more to the world than this small inner city. You know, that's what the main focus of this is. The secondary focus is it's a sail training vessel. So people like myself, we're here to learn how to sail as professionals. She was built in San Pedro right here in this parking lot, actually, about 12 years ago, I think.
Hey everyone, now this concludes our experience at the Tall Ships Festival. We had a wonderful time going on board the USS Iowa, as well as being up close and personal with the Rubber Ducky. So thank you so much for viewing, and have a quacky day.